Today we're gonna talk about the polemic of Rune, but on the at the end, because he said last year he's gonna be on the big three, but with what he did,
Yeah,
no, you can't be next Federer or nothing like this if you do shit like this,
yeah,
especially for like you can't be like Federer or Nadal, like if there is double bounce and say nothing and continue and broke the guy.
yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's
But
unbelievable.
that's for the end of the life, so we're gonna stay with that,
Yeah,
and we're continuing on new subject because I feel like we're gonna talk a lot about this thing,
yeah.
but that's what. Okay, so what was the first game that you want to talk about? Obviously, not Rune Serundolo. We're gonna talk about it after.
So we're gonna start with the one of the
They were all
maybe the one of the best challenger already in the quarterfinal,
yeah,
Echeverry.
yeah, yeah, a big. Not I won't say a big surprise because
Yeah,
the guy solid on clay. But that's why, like, do you remember the first live I told you, like, the this is the weirdest slam because, like, it's on clay and you don't know which type of player can really make it, and some of the good ranked player are not really good on clay, so it's weird. And Echeverry is one of this, of this thing. It's a surprise in terms of ranking, but in terms of level on clay, maybe not.
it depends because the things is because is very slow. It's not like a grass or something like this. Um, example, I'm watched like yesterday. I watched a Challenger Tour, like the highlight of Murray in Challenger Tour in England, and it's very easy for Murray. You understand?
Yeah,
Because maybe he playing on grass for him is normal,
yeah,
and he play against a Young Chung. But I think like a Young Chung already is like with all the injury he had,
yeah,
uh, like he have like amazing career, but you don't know you have injury here. Your injury is resolved, and you had another one, another one, another one, another
yeah.
one, another one.
And like, it's great that you're talking about the grass season because it's the next thing that's gonna come
Yeah,
up, and you're gonna have some. I haven't watched the full schedule, but I think there's still a couple of clay tournament left, like in the Challenger Tour, maybe 1 to 50.
South America. Yeah,
Yeah, and you have the option whether to go on that, stay on your clay court season or switch directly to the grass season. And guys like Echeverry will for sure stay on the clay, but it's their last, like, kind of 2 weeks, like this week's and next week's are the last weeks where we can really make up point for this year.
yeah. There is some people. Example, if we want to talk about something like this, the things is the people know are very bad on grass or something like that. Even if me, example, I play in ATP, I know in grass I will be like a shit.
Try to make the
But
the
I,
grass.
I don't know. I never play on grass.
Yeah, me too, me too.
But
Yes.
the things is I say with my game already is
Yeah,
like when I arrive to Brazil, I play. I don't know. I do like two tournaments on clay during the year in France.
hmm, yeah,
Not more. Every tournament is on the hard court.
yeah,
I don't have a tournament. So every player I beat was like five, 3, 4, 5 level over than me.
yeah,
It's on hard court. I arrive here, I lost again people because I try to play like on hardcore, but it's a totally different game.
Exactly, you're adapting your game, and I feel like um I don't know like how can I make it like it's clear, but for example, you're playing a lot on clay. Like you're born in a place where it's only clay court. Okay, your
Yeah.
game is naturally fit to the court that you're playing on, right? And it's same thing with the hard court. You know, for example, the hard court that I have here close to my house are really fast. Okay, and it
Ah,
doesn't
okay.
die. So I have like one player, one of my friends who is playing pro now, and she was playing like there when she was younger, and so she's aggressive because of that. Because when she started to play tennis, she realized that, oh, okay, when I'm hitting hard, the ball doesn't come back to me, so I'm hitting hard. So she's having problem playing on clay, for example. But the opposite is
Yeah, yeah.
always playing on clay. You're arriving on fast, for example, grass or hard court. You have a lot of for that big shot that's going to be a winner.
No, yeah, yeah. The ball should be never come back every time. So you need like one or two more shot to do, and you're gonna miss because on your mind you don't know how to manage it. You know,
Exactly, and I
on your
have
mind.
this issue on clay. I'm like, oh no, the ball is coming back. Okay, I'm gonna hit it back. Okay, it's fine, it's in. Okay, now it's coming back, and like it's tough. I'm not used to it.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, maybe example like Echeverry. I don't remember what is yeah, what is nationality of Echeverry.
Argentine.
Ah, okay.
So that's why it's
Yeah,
good on.
but after he's against Zverev and how he beat Grigor Dimitrov, like mm, I don't understand. For me, is the only Roland Garros I remember on the fourth round, all like most of the game in three sets.
Yeah, and it shows you that the guys that are really good are
Yeah,
really and it's kind of weird because at the beginning of the tournament we were like, oh, there's many surprise and all that stuff, but now we're starting to realize that okay, there were some surprise, but it's maybe because the top ranked player were a bit weak, but the ones who are really stronger than all the other ones. And that's why you have all three sets, and that's the only reason. So maybe um, we didn't evaluate well the greatest player on clay. Like Zverev is dominating right now. Alcaraz, obviously, and the only five sets game is Echeverria against Nishioka, and those are two guys that we won't like. We were not thinking that would make to that point.
yeah. No, Alcaraz for me is not Nadal. You don't have the same game on clay.
No,
For
for
me,
me, the only
for me, he can be the Nadal, but on hard court. On hard court is like his ball
but you
for me is more is unbelievable. But on
no,
clay,
the only thing is I don't get, and that's a good point. Like I don't get why people are saying like, oh, Alcaraz is the next Nadal. First of all, nobody's gonna be like Nadal, and nobody's gonna be like Alcaraz. That's for sure. And first of
yeah,
all, like only thing that those two have in common is that they're from Spain and they're good tennis player, and that's it. Like it doesn't
yeah,
not the same grip.
yeah.
They're playing with the same hands. Like it doesn't make any sense.
And the things why is because he's arrived at 18 on the tour and start to winning
Okay, but then
to
other
impress everyone.
yeah, okay, but like it's not only Nadal that did this. Like he could be like Yannick Sinner, or for example, like you get what I mean. Like Nadal is not the only player that did this. Like he's one of, yes, that's for sure. But it's like, for example, I don't know, like if Tiafoe would have break out like super early in his career and win a slam and all that stuff, and we were saying, oh, he's like Radic. He's not like Roddick. Like,
Yeah, no. Is the
yeah.
next Pete Sampras? Is the next Pete Sampras?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You understand?
Yeah,
Taylor Fritz is the net Pete Sampras. Man, Pete Sampras is a legend.
yeah, and
Is a legend.
okay,
Because for me, at the time of Pete Sampras, there is more diversity,
oh yeah,
and Pete Sampras was have an amazing game of adaptation. He have like the most the biggest serve on the tour. Like he can serve hard on the first, on the second, and every time. Like how many game he did with like 4-0 and 40-0 and 4 aces.
yeah, exactly,
How
yeah,
many times?
yeah.
How many times he did it?
And when you're getting the ball back, you're returning his serve, then he's going to the net and it's finished. So like you can,
Yeah.
and it was a good era because it was in the mix between like, okay, we want to go more towards the back of the court and just hitting, long rally, and you were still having guys like him like serving incredibly well, going to the net. So it was kind of a weird era. And do you know is a racket setup? It's kind of a weird one.
The racket of Pete Sampras. Yeah, yeah. I remember his racket is like 8, 80,
885 and the
85, and after like the string was like the tension was like 40 kills.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, exactly. And the unstrung weight of his racket was like 400. Was crazy. Like I don't know how he played.
What?
Yeah, 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 you can check it out on the internet. Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah. But like that's a point. I don't. I think we have talked a bit about this on one of the live. I don't remember which one, but no, it's tough to serve at 100% throughout the whole game in Grand Slam. So imagine with serving with a 400 grams racket. Like
No, it's like um, every time I try to hit hard, but the things is like uh, Sunday. I play with 46-old guy, was an ATP2 player.
okay,
Um, and I start serve, and I lost my game. My first game, he won his game. I lost 3-0 for him.
okay,
And the thing I say, I fucking 6-0. What the fuck? And I say, okay, change your mind, change the things, change
yeah,
this, change this. And I start to be, sorry, I start to be focused on, okay, play. And I say, okay, do the right things, and like don't try to hit hard, but just to be in the good tempo.
yeah.
And I start to serve like make the ball where I want, and back to 3-3. But
Because
after like my game was changing a lot, I start to go forward on the ball, like and he say after like his ball is like I feel my racket have like a hammer, came
yeah,
in my racket.
but that's a good point. Like, um, if you're going through a Grand Slam game thinking that you're gonna save 100% all the time, like 100% of your power, that's not realistic. And like I know that I'm not trained like pros player, but like I made a test. Like I tried to go to a game and I was always losing to this player and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, for this game, let's just go with like 100% power for all the game. And I started and it was like for all, and it was like, oh, okay, it's fine. So it's been 4 games that I've been serving 100% and I'm fine. And then like the fifth game that I'm serving, you broke me and won the set. Like that's it because I can do more than that. Like and imagine like if I would have been trained, I would have been like okay for 2 sets maybe, but like 2 sets is not enough for men's Grand Slam. So it's tough, and that's why you need to have a bit more, and that's when guys like Novak Djokovic are incredibly good because they're returning well. So imagine If I'm serving 100%, he's gonna return well. Imagine if I'm serving 75%, like he's gonna be much better.
Yeah, but after is like they're training every day,
Yeah, yeah, for
they prepare this.
yeah, for sure. That's why I'm saying, like, with more preparation and all that stuff, maybe 2 sets. Like I did a half of a set, so maybe with more preparation, I can do a bit more. But like, I don't think you can go thinking that you're gonna go 3 set, and 3 set is only if I'm winning all the sets in Grand Slam. You know,
Yeah,
I set like 7-6, like all the big server are doing. Like I'm losing 7-6 in a tie break, and I need to go back again. Like it's a lot of serve.
yeah. After I don't know. It's like me example. I'm training. My game is like already is the first time when I came back to the tennis. Like is so many times. I came back a lot. Like my career of tennis started at 4
Yeah,
years old.
yeah.
I stopped at 13.
Okay,
And I came back when I was 29 or 30 years old.
okay.
I stopped at 33.
Yeah,
Um, but not like I stopped 17 years old, so I can't play like after 17 years old. I have some things, but all my ball was out or something like this, you know.
yeah,
And after like because I be pro on the tour in golf, so I
yeah,
can't play anymore.
yeah.
And after there is a COVID, and I start to play, and it's the first time, so it's like already like 4 years. I'm only inside tennis,
Yeah.
and I realize my game already, but I have like a injury in the knee.
Okay,
So I have like a cross ligament. The inside cross ligament is broken,
okay.
and my game. I know how I was fast with my legs,
Yeah.
but
Now you
and
can.
I was employable. It's
Yeah,
like I was everywhere like game office.
yeah, exactly. And that comes back to the thing that we were talking like about Andy Murray. Like
Yeah,
when that you're fast enough to, for example, to do a good shot, but now because of the injuries and all that stuff, like now you're not that fast. So instead of example like doing, I don't know, a good backhand, now you just need to go with the slice because it's the only thing that you can do, and
no,
that's
when you have two hand backhands, you can like most of the guy the two hand backhand do like open backhand with the
yeah,
legs.
yeah,
And the things that I did that with one hand backhand.
okay,
So I was sliding and I at the same time do one hand backhand.
yeah. But the thing
And
is, I don't know, like because when we were having our thing at Tennis Canada and all that stuff, we call this different feelings. So instead of taking like, for example, okay, I'm hitting my full swing, that's my full swing. So that's when I'm hitting the ball. But then you have different feelings. So if I'm going for a drop shot, maybe my racket won't move, or stuff
yeah,
like that. And those shots are called like jab, because jab are one of the shot that the pros have in common, and one of the shot that every like good player should have, and most of people that are really like good player don't have that feeling, and that's really important to create this. It's just like moving with your hand, when you're, for example, you're sliding on clay and you're just hitting the ball back because it's coming hard, and you don't need to have a full backswing and all that stuff. You're just sliding, just putting with your wrist. So that's something that is really important to have, and I feel like not
but
a,
one hand backhand you can't have this in one hand backhand.
exactly, exactly. That's why, because you need to go the ice, or it's tough to go only with the wrist on one-handed backhand.
Yeah, but I did that with I don't know I remember like I play one guy and the guy like was play amazingly. It was the same handicap than me,
Yeah.
and the guy play like over my head because he was very good on clay. He's a clay court, so he play like a lot of spin. He make the ball very high, and I and every time like he make very hard, and I go in the court, take the ball over
Yeah.
my head,
Yeah.
slice it, and the
Yeah.
ball like do like a big slice turn and get back only like on the corner. But the guy went after like 2 times. He say, okay, okay, well, that's good. That's good. But after 10 times, he say, how is possible? How is possible? So I have some shot. I don't know. Like I know when I was kid, I was very talented, but I have like I was like. I was training. I just like play well, miss 1 point, smash my racket.
Yeah. 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 That's the classic.
No, it's like I was like that's why at 13 I stopped
Yeah.
because it's like my mom can't like can't can't like pay anymore. It's like the last day, the last time it was like I buy a new racket. Like uh, I go to the shop, take a racket.
Yeah.
I go to play in the morning. Before the lunch, I go back to the shop, take another racket. End of the day, take back another racket.
Yeah. So that was
And my mom say, "Okay." They go to the guy of the shop and say, "It's over. I paid the racket, but you don't let him take another racket." It's over.
some last summer. One of our, not the best, but like one of the best player that we have. Like he's like around 8 years old, and he's playing with 12 and 14. Like really good, like 12 years old. Like they're number one in the country and all that stuff. And he's a really good player, but like you said, like mentally he's not good. Like he's breaking a racket per year. Like, and it's too much for us. And like he doesn't understand. Like we're always saying to him, like stop like hitting your racket. Like you're gonna broke the racket and all that stuff. And his dad was like so tired of him like breaking a racket per year and all that stuff. And so the last time that he broke his racket last year, his dad said, "Okay, that's fine. I'm not buying you a new racket. You need to pick up a racket that you were using back then." So he picked like the racket that he was using when he was like 5 years old. So that little beginner racket, two-piece racket, and was to play like regular ball with spin and all that stuff. And it was like, no, it's impossible to play. And his dad was like, oh, it's your problem. Like you broke your racket, so you shouldn't broke your racket anymore. And like 2 weeks after, he bought a new racket. And I think he broke this one like a month ago, so he didn't learn.
Uh, me
Sometimes
after I, me after I find some things, it's like um, we have like in Europe a shop is Decathlon.
yeah, yeah,
You
we
know,
we also have it here.
yeah, is the sponsor of Gael Monfils is Artengo.
I have a couple of shirts from Decathlon.
So it's Artengo.
Yeah,
The name of like because they have a lot of brand. They have a brand for surfing. They have a
yeah,
brand for everything like Quechua is the Decathlon, but is the brand for mountain. You know,
yeah,
and Artengo is for tennis.
yeah.
And the things is like one day I smashed like in tournaments I passed like 5 6 rounds and I smashed two rackets.
Okay,
And I say no, it's not possible. I was playing like the uh, I think it was my favorite racket of all time.
okay.
Uh, it was the Wawrinka the
Then,
Wawrinka
uh,
2014, 13, 14.
yeah,
No, 14, 15.
okay.
When he won the Australian Open and the orange one
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
US the Roland Garros, and I smashed two rackets, and I said
Okay,
no, no, I have six rackets in my bag. I broke like I played three set I broke like one string. You can't do that, you know.
Hmm.
And after you need to training.
Yeah,
So what I did, have the 15 bag, you know, the 15 rackets bag. So
yeah,
and I say, go to Decathlon, and I go buy like the racket in like in steel, you know.
yeah,
And when I'm frustrated, I have like, because it's like 20 euros or something.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
And I have like 3 4 rackets like this, but to broke it, like to make broken like
yeah.
a normal racket, it's impossible. You know, the racket is like this, and after is like this, but it is moving, but it's not broken. You know, and you
Okay,
can
yeah,
still playing, and the head like could be like this, but not
yeah,
broken.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it. Yeah,
So I have this in my bag, and and I'm okay, you know. But I
I
didn't break my racket, so I was happy. But I passed my nerve like on the like shitty racket.
I actually never broke a racket. Um, I actually like the I broke two racket, but it wasn't intentionally. Oh, three racket, but not intentionally. The first one was like when I was young. I was hitting with the racket just broke because I was hitting too hard, so that was fine. The second one was because it was too used, so okay, that's fine. And the other one is what I bought two new vocal racket in November, and I had like the championship. Like it, I don't know how it works here in Brazil, but like we have province or like a département in France. Okay,
Yeah, here is state in Brazil. It's like
okay,
US.
like a state, and so it was the state championship, and I was playing in the
Okay.
final, in the doubles final, like for my school, and like a guy smashed the, but I was like close to the ball, so I tried to move back and then hit the ball, but I was like falling off, so I just took my racket to try
To the
to,
floor.
and the racket like cracked a little bit, and I still played with the racket for the day after, and I was like, oh, maybe it's broken, but like I'm not sure. And I went to the store, and my boss said, yeah, it's broken. So the racket was like, I don't know, like 4 months old. But I was like, okay, now, and that's why, like, I don't know if you saw, it's the racket that, in the back of my video. I always have the same racket, like in the back. That's the racket. So that's why I was like, okay, I need to buy another one. But yeah,
Yeah, but
that's it.
the
Racket.
the 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 look is cool. The look is very nice.
Yeah. Do you want to go for I don't know, like Zverev probably?
Yeah, because it's we talk about like it's like we talk like we are in normal conversation, and yeah. So Echeverry, it will be a good match, but I think like Zverev
Oh, for me,
gonna
I don't know his draw exactly. If he's winning, uh, no, he's not playing today. But if he's winning tomorrow, he's gonna play Alcaraz, right?
no,
Or
no, 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 no.
he,
Zverev.
no.
It's Zverev Echeverry,
Yeah.
and it's Holger Rune contre Rude.
So the winner of those two games gonna face each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, no, no. For me, Zverev is going to the final. I don't see who can beat him in those four
Yeah,
players.
but like yesterday, yeah, but after is Nishioka. Okay, but the result of everybody knows Nishioka
Yeah,
is a very big, strong Japanese, huh?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Very powerful, and the
yeah,
result it's 7-6 first set, 6-0 6-1.
yeah, yeah.
And the
So
guy is in the top 30 in the world.
yeah, yeah, but that's the difference. Like when I know that Zverev is not in the top 10, but he's a top 10 player, like
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
top 10.
Yeah,
Like he came back. He came back.
yeah, exactly. So for me, I take into consideration like he's in the top 10 and even maybe top 5. Okay, and the thing is, you can be a good player, and that's like you can be a good player, you can be a great clay court player, you can make surprise, But I feel like sometimes when you're reaching like facing opponents that are top 5 level player, top 10 level player, that are first of all great player, but also a great player on clay, it's tough. Even if you're a great clay court player, like you can face a guy that is good in every situation. In like the only situation where he's not good is probably his serve, his second serve. But like other than that, like I don't see him.
Yeah, but after, yeah, how we manage like Gregor Dimitrov,
Yeah, exactly.
first like 6-1, 6-4, 6-3.
Yeah, was a walk in the
Yeah,
park. Like nothing happened. Like he came to play, serve, return. Okay, that's fine. That's the game. Bye. That's it.
yeah,
And he played a solid game, but like no, I think he's maybe more tired than Zverev. Don't forget that Zverev is coming back. So yes, maybe he's gonna feel a bit tired because it's his first like real tournament. But like at the end, like Echeverry maybe weren't was not thinking that he was going that far in Roland Garros. Normally, like Echeverry like is used to go for what like first round, second round, and maybe if he's doing a challenger, he can go to the final or something like that. But he's not used to like throughout the whole week and playing long game. So for me, Zverev has the edge on that.
yeah. Or he can make the surprise.
But obviously, I would like Echeverry to make the surprise. That's for sure. But you know,
Can be it can be good for the tennis one note,
yeah,
one time, like to have like a big surprise and not, okay, it's one,
but
it's the next gen, or is this, or is this, you understand?
what
Every time, like signs, like I don't know, many years we have the same name on the final.
But what can also be good is Vera's winning the Roland Garros. Like, imagine like the guy was injured against Nadal, probably his best game of his entire career. Lost an incredible final against Dominic Thiem, and like he had all those problems, facing all those problems and all that stuff, and then he's coming back and winning his first slam. Like
Yeah.
all like his first Roland Garros since his injury. So like, would be crazy. Would be good for tennis, I think.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like you say, like I think Zverev, like one year, he came back here last year. I think he, like for me, when you see the match, uh, I don't know how Nadal gonna win.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It was a crazy game. Like
Yeah,
if well, like the first two sets were played in 3 hours, or it was just crazy. I don't know that like how it happened, and for sure, if we're asking Nadal, was it one of the best game that you play, like the best opponent that you play this game? For sure, would say yes. Maybe it was crazy good, and it was lucky. I feel like it was so lucky that the game ended on a withdrawal, like because I don't know, like maybe Nadal would have suffered like like remember that Nadal was also injured like for the final and
yeah, but after Nadal is another player. Is like
yeah,
that's why right now, like he's, I think like his body is like he can't follow anymore.
no, a bit like Federer did, like he's gonna take a year to try to come back and then that's it.
Yeah, but you see, yesterday or like 2 days ago, he was in hospital.
Yeah, yeah, I saw the post. Yeah,
So
we'll see.
if it's that, if he's
No,
in
but
hospital and not for injury or something like that, but more cause he stopped a little bit to be in the sport,
yeah,
like when you when every day you push your body, 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 and you start to
oh yeah,
stop what you're doing and everything, you have the comeback of your body. You
exactly.
understand?
Yeah, 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 for sure.
And maybe it can be that, like the body say, finally, but all the things like didn't work inside. You understand?
And he started to feel stuff that he didn't feel like in his body and all that. Like you said, he stopped, and for the last couple of years, like it was kind of lucky. Like yes, he had a bit of injuries, but it was not like in 2000. Like I think it was 14 or 13. Like he was injured a lot. So yeah, and if he stopped, then his career was. So it doesn't matter like one more or no. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not sure it will come back like good.
No, me too.
So after is Casper Ruud against Jerry, but I think we have nothing to say. Casper Ruud managed normally
Yeah,
because Jerry is a very good player on clay, like
that
Echeverry.
yeah, but the thing that I don't know from Casper is that okay, like he played against last year. We all know the classic like video that before the game and all that stuff. Okay, that's fine. Lost easily, and people. I felt like the reaction of the fans was kind of weird against Rude. Like they say, okay, so like he wasn't good enough. Like he managed to go to the final, yes, but then in the final he get destroyed. He's not that good of a player and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, but like the guy made it to the final and he's playing against Rafael Nadal. Like nobody is able to win against Nadal in the final. Like it's normal. Like it's fine. And then you go to the final against Alcaraz, and like people are like, "Oh, you lost again," and he's not a really good player. Like the guy made two Grand Slam final last year, and nobody's
Yeah.
talking. Like I get it's all about the personality. It's all about like he's not a flashy person. He's not, he has an incredible forehand, but like he's not the type of player that the ATP want to rely on for his marketing. But
And it's the fairness you have in final.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But like I don't know, like people don't seem to realize that Casper Ruud is an incredible player. Like he's really good. Like if, for example, no, like I don't know, Tiafoe is making two Grand Slam final last year. People would have talked about it like, wow, it's crazy and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
Casper Ruud, like I don't care. It's kind
Yeah, the things is like you have like the big three, like we can say Alcaraz, Sinner,
yeah,
and
yeah,
and Rune, but
yeah.
you have Ruud, Casper Ruud can be like Murray.
Yeah, but Ruud is a bit older, so for me, it
No, it's
doesn't.
23. He's 23, and older have 21, 20.
Rune doesn't like Rune is 19 or something like that, 19 or 20.
Uh, no, Rune is 20. Yeah,
Yeah, three
he
three
passed
years
20.
stuff. Like when you're so young, it's stuff. Like if I'm playing someone who's 23, like for example, when I'm playing Alexis Galano, who is 250 in the world, like and I'm 20, like I know we're not the same level, but there's a big gap. Like just 3 years makes all the difference.
Yeah, no, no, no. But after, like at this level, one is number 6 in the world. The other one is 4. Is
Yeah,
exactly the same level. After
yeah.
is
Oh
like
yeah,
here. You
yeah,
understand?
yeah,
To reach the final, I know how to reach the final,
yeah,
but I don't know how to manage to win it.
yeah. A bit like Andy Murray did. Like how can I win the?
That's what I say. Casper Ruud can be
Yeah,
the same.
yeah,
I
yeah.
know how to match to be in the final, but
Now why
uh,
final?
I didn't win. It's like example, like when you have like uh, sorry, Stan Wawrinka reached his first final in Australian Open.
Yeah,
Like the Grand Slam final was 0-0 against. So he never get in the final,
yeah,
and the guy is gonna play against the world number one.
yeah,
The next year he go to Roland Garros, go to the final, but the things is 100% final Grand Slam winning because
yeah,
you have only one
yeah. Exactly.
any winning, and
Yeah,
after the next year he go only on US Open,
but
he reached the final only in the US Open, What he
Yeah,
did? It's two final, two winning in Grand Slam.
and that's what we call clutch guy. Clutch guy
Yeah,
are just there at the right time, and they're making everything to win, like Del Potro did. Like he's going to the final,
yeah.
and I'm gonna win. A bit like Raducanu, a bit like, and sometimes it depends. Like I don't think like Casper Ruud, like nobody can beat Nadal in the Roland Garros final. So
No. See,
I
yes.
Ruud
The
can
only
do
one did. The only one did it is Djokovic.
exactly, and I don't think that Casper Ruud is Djokovic. So it's tough.
No one,
And
no one's can be Djokovic.
talked a bit about this in the live. I think it's how tough it is to face, for example, like let's take Nadal. Like he has played more than 30 finals, maybe Grand Slam final. Okay,
I think
and
more.
two, I think. And okay, so you have 22 slam, maybe 30 finals. Okay, how can you face an opponent like this if it's your first final? If it's like if I were to like okay, it's gonna be your first ATP match, and you're gonna face someone who's playing like his 1,000 game. Like, how can you match this? He has a lot more experience than you. He's not stressed like you. Like you have the stress of, oh, I don't want to overplay because it's my first game, but at the same time, I want to play well because it's my first game and I want to do well. And all those stuff. And remember that Casper Ruud um, has a lot of pressure in terms of his dad was a great player. Now he's better than his dad. So what can you do more? And you're facing Nadal. Can you beat him? No, it's really tough. It's maybe the hardest final to play. It's Nadal in Roland Garros.
Yeah, yeah. Is
So
I don't know. It's like because you say like the first time you go in final against them, but the things is like Del Proto did, uh, and Wawrinka did too.
yeah, but I think that Wawrinka had something more. Like it could have been like forget the big three or the big four. Wawrinka could have maybe eight eight Grand Slam. Maybe not. Like I don't know, but like
Oh, without the big three?
yeah, maybe
Uh,
six, five.
no, but I think is at age of 30, 29, 30. I think it's like his head change.
Oh yeah, it was a late development guy. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
so
So yeah, it's difficult. It's like you have like a guy like Alcaraz, Rune, and Sinner is a very young, is very young guy. Like
yeah, and don't forget that Sinner doesn't have a lot of
yeah,
experience. Like
says
like the guy started at 13.
yeah.
Well, obviously it's tough for him.
So yeah, you're gonna talk like at the end after Kachanov out Sonego in 4 sets. He's gonna play Novak.
So
So
yeah,
yeah. Oh, it start playing. They start playing. Love Novak
okay, and
the first game.
you know Kachanov for me, and I don't know if it's the same thing for you, but like every like Roland Garros. Oh, don't forget that Kachanov is a good clay court player. Like I in my head, I'm not getting the fact that he's good on clay. Like for me, it's a hard court player. But like I tend to forget that um, the spin that he puts in his shot are really helping him on clay, and that I don't know why I'm always forgetting that he's good on clay.
Yeah, but it's only a contender.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. No, I'm not saying that he's gonna win Roland Garros. Like for sure, he's. But for me, the fact that he's reaching the quarterfinal is, it's
It's huge for him. It can be like a new step. You understand?
Yep, yep,
Can be a very new step, like in the head. But after you facing like this, but it's gonna help him for maybe Wimbledon because he gonna take more points,
exactly.
and like to try to have another young guy. You understand?
Yep, yeah, totally.
Example like is there, but yeah, example you have the draw of Zverev,
Yeah.
and he's facing against Echeverry.
Oh, it's gonna be a tough game.
It's going to be a tough game, but you have a chance to reach the semi.
Oh yeah, 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 totally. That's for sure. Yeah.
But right now he's against Djokovic, and Djokovic now is in quarterfinal, and his head is totally different. Right now
I
he's a Terminator.
do you have seen? I don't know who said this, but it was like was it Corda or? But like, doesn't matter who said it. But like, he said in the press conference, like how Djokovic was incredible because like at the beginning of a Grand Slam, everybody's playing like 100%, like all the
Yeah,
time. Like they want to go through their first. You don't want to be the guy that lose in the first round in Grand Slam. So they're playing, player that are not that great. The first round in the Grand Slam are worse than a first round in Master 1000. Like you're facing opponents that are 120 in the world, 60 in the world, stuff like that. And he said, like Djokovic is the only one, and maybe Nadal and Federer when we was playing, but like he's the only player that when he's going to the first round, he's doing the bare minimum to win the game. Like
yeah,
he's there. You don't care if you win 7-6, 7-6, 7-6. Don't care 6-0, 6-0, 6-0. Like I feel like most of the player, like when they go through the first round, they're like, okay, I need to win 6-0, 6-0, 6-0 because like then I'm not tired. And but Djokovic is not like that. Djokovic is like, okay, I'm trying to find my rhythm. Okay, I feel good. I do like I don't take any risk. I just play my point, play my shot, big target, and all that stuff. Just basic stuff. And the more you get, to the tournament, then he's starting to rise his level and take a bit
yeah.
more, opportunity, try to go for big shot and all that stuff. But he's not going like from zero to big shot. He's really going so and then playing off to the final, and and that makes all the difference in the quarterfinal and the semifinal because he's going there with a lot of confidence and he's
It,
not tired of trying all those shots. So that's incredible.
I think it depends because I think against Davidovic Fokina, I think he played 100%.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He felt like
He
he need.
have to he have to finish in 3 sets,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but he make him like different, like he make him like in the tournament because the first round was, oh, I lost one, or it's okay, but when you
exactly.
start to play like against like a young guy, is a very 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 good contender, and like reach semifinal in Monte Carlo and everything, and
The- oh,
the guy can be like a huge contender.
yeah, it was a tough draw at the beginning for him. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so Stefanos, we have nothing to say because he played against like a qualified guy,
Uh,
but Hoffner, Sebastian Hoffner.
yeah. The only thing that I had to say about Tsitsipas is, um, I feel like it wasn't his best tournament. For me, it didn't like reach his peak in terms of level on clay right now. Um, and he's slow. Like he's there trying stuff, but it's not working 100% right now. Um, but it works, and maybe it's gonna be the thing that's gonna make him better at the end. in the semi or in the final, and that could work. We have to remember that Stefanos was up 2-0 against Djokovic in the final, like a couple of years ago. Like the
Yeah.
guy play, but right now I feel like there's something weird when he's playing. Like he's winning, but no, sometimes you win and you're like, oh, it wasn't my best game. Like I won, but I have a lot of work to do. Or I won, but normally I should have lost this game. Or, stuff like that. And Stepanos is always like, oh, he's winning and then, oh, trying to fall out. You get a breaks and all that stuff. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. And after his Alcaraz Musetti, it was like amazing match.
Yeah, but Musetti is,
For me, the score didn't deserve the match.
yeah, for sure. And Musetti is incredibly good, but I feel like the clash in between those two players is not working. Like, sometimes you're playing a style of opponent that for a reason like you can't have solution against him. It's a great game, but the same guy ends up winning all the point.
Yeah,
That pretty much
Musetti don't have the level of Alcaraz.
when
Alcaraz is a step over.
yeah, but why? Because Musetti is good when he has the time. When he has the time to, Musetti is an artist on the court. Okay, so
Yeah,
when he has the time to hit his shot, go for drop shot, and then a lob, and he's a guy that loves to have the time to do his thing. But Alcaraz is the opposite. He's an explosive player, hit the ball hard, and all that stuff. And Alcaraz is also doing a lot of drop shots. So Mustetti was kind of stuck in his like, okay, I can't do anything. So he was like not an artist anymore. He was just a guy that was trying to return the ball and managed quite well to do it. But like you said, the score didn't represent the way the game went.
yeah. So after, yeah, it's like the next step. Alcaraz Tsitsipas. Alcaraz say, no, it's oh, you're gonna play like they say in the press conference. Oh, you're gonna play. It will be hard. You're gonna play Tsitsipas, and you have like you have Alcaraz say, okay, but it's 4-0. No, what 5-0?
Yeah,
Every time I win.
exactly. To be honest,
so do you think I'm stressed?
exactly. For me,
So
the
the
only
thing is that
that can get to Alcaraz and make him lose this tournament is first of all Djokovic, for sure. But other than that, it itself. Like the pressure that is gonna like. Do you remember last year he did an incredible clay season, and every like he didn't he didn't have his first slam yet, and he was the favorite to win Roland Garros. It was crazy. Like I never
yeah,
seen like before, and like everybody was like betting on Alcaraz winning Roland Garros, and then he lost like in the I don't know second round or first round or something like that, and people were like shocked, and I was like, the guy is 19 years old. You're betting money on him winning a slam. I mean, first of all, there was Nadal, there was like Djokovic and all that stuff, and you're betting on this guy, like it's crazy. But now he has his first slam, and he speaks openly about the fact that he felt pressure in Montreal and in Cincinnati to be like the number one player in the world and all that stuff. It's tough to try to reach that, and then he did it after it. So yeah,
yeah. So we have Djokovic Kachanov already start. So 1-1.
yeah, okay.
So yeah,
Do you want to go with our favorite subject, Rune?
yeah, Olga Rune.
We have
So
this like
w-
for so let's go.
so the thing is there. So last year you said Sinner, Alcaraz, and me gonna be the big three. The next
Yeah,
Djokovic, Federer, and Nadal.
yeah,
But the things is like the difference between just an example, Alcaraz and Hun. You have a good sportsmanship to Alcaraz. Example against Hurkacz or Hurkacz like Alcaraz make an amazing drop shot and Hurkacz go to that and take the ball just before the second bounce.
Yeah.
And Alcaraz say, no, 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 there is no two bounce. Then get back to the point. We replay the point.
Well, yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
And you have the umpire say, sportsmanship from Alcaraz, go to replay the point.
Yeah.
So, and on this, Rune play against Serendelo, like for a point, like the point is, the game is so intense. There is like two, three, or four deuce advantage, and the guy do like a double bounce, but easy to see on the TV. Not easy to see on the TV, but easy to see
Yeah.
you did it.
Yeah.
And the umpire like say no, yeah, there is no two bounce. Okay, there is no two bounce, but everybody saw, like the crowd saw that.
Yeah.
And after like you have like the TV show, the TV on the court show there is two bounce, and Hun say nothing.
Yeah. But the I don't know if it has happened to you. Like sometimes, uh, I like you say I haven't played pro, so I don't know. Like, but um, there's this drop shot or this thing, and you truly believe that you can make it, and sometimes you're sprinting. And I remember like sometimes I'm playing game for fun, and I'm like hitting the ball, and I truly believe that I hit like the ball and it just make one bounce and was catch, but like I managed to put it back before the second bounce, and my opponent is like, oh no, it made two bounce, and I'm like, oh okay, it's fine because it's just for fun, like we don't care, like okay, like fine. But in my head, I was sure that, and so I imagine like in tournament, you know the rule probably you should know the rule like in America we have a rule where it's like when you're playing tournament if the ball is touching the line, it's like out. Like
It's
for
out.
example, yeah, because it's so close, like you call it out and your opponent can say nothing. It's cheating. It's crazy. Here in North America, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Like
it's hard food, so you do sometimes you don't have the mark. It's
exactly,
not like a clay. It's not like a clay.
exactly. So that's why like Rune knows that because he slide to hit the ball, that his feet when he was sliding erase the mark of the ball. So there's no proof other than the video evidence, but the umpire can use the video to say, oh, it was double bounce, and that's crazy. And that's for me, like, yes, we can talk about Rune after it, but like, do you think that there should be a rule where the ref can watch the replay and say, oh, by the way, this was a double bounce, I just see it on the screen, and so that's not your point.
No, but at this step, for me, you make a double bounce.
Yeah, but like I think we can't rely on that. Like we need to have evidence, like of like we have the video, like that's
For,
what.
for for me, for me, when I do a double bounce, I know how to make a double bounce
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
directly. Directly. You
But
understand?
I don't know if that happened to you. Like sometimes you're making a double bounce in a game that is counting, like it's tournament, and you're like, oh, my opponent haven't seen it. Okay, I'm gonna play, and maybe that's happened. And you have to remember that at this level, there's so many refs on the court that I feel like the player are now used to not really calling the ball. Just like I'm playing until the refs say stop. So maybe that's another thing.
Yeah, but after like if there is something like this, you can say I'm the next Nadal or Federer or
Oh, yeah,
Djokovic.
that's my next point. That's okay. Like you can do it. You're allowed to do it. Like at the end, the ref didn't say nothing. But like
Yeah,
in terms of sportsmanship, that's not really good. And we had this debate here in Quebec, but like in North America in general. Um, here hockey is a big sport, obviously, and we had this problem where we have offside a bit like soccer, like football, soccer, but it's a clear line, like it's a blue line. You're not allowed to cross that line until the
Okay.
puck cross the line. Okay, right? But sometimes it's offside, and the ref didn't call it, and there was a goal, and they weren't allowed to check the replay to say, "Oh, by the way, it's not a goal" or something like that. They
Yeah.
were allowed to call somebody up in the stand and say, "Oh, for me, it's offside or not." And for me, it feels like the same thing. It feels like the ref is there, say, "Oh, it's not a double bounce," and then you can watch the thing and say, "Oh, it was," but I can say nothing. Like I can't make my decision.
No, I understand. I understand, but the 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 double bounce is very clear.
Yeah,
Like even you at your level or something like this, you're gonna slide, and because there is the bounce and you hit the ball,
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
because the bounce is very clear.
yeah,
It's not like at the same time there is the bounce you hit the ball.
yeah,
At this time you can say okay, but there is the bounce, and after he hit the ball with the the wood.
yeah.
So the things is, it's unbelievable like how it's and nothing's like I was thinking like there is a million of video like gonna say something on this, but nobody talk about it.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, uh, do you have ever experienced like in your match play or something like that that you're putting on YouTube? Like, there's a double bounce and you're hitting the ball, but then you say, "Oh, it's a double bounce." Do you have that?
No,
No, never.
no,
Okay.
no, because when I have a double bounce, uh, directly I say it's double
Yeah, but do you have?
directly. It's like no example. My last video, there is like one one point, and the guy is serve. I say out.
Yeah,
I put the and the guy he make double fault. Okay,
yeah,
but the second ball was very out,
yeah.
and I go to the things, and where he hit the first ball, there's only one mark on the line.
Okay.
And okay, I say no, sorry, I say out, but your ball is in. I put out the mark and I say it's your point.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
You understand?
Yeah,
It's
because
like,
yeah, yeah.
and all that is my friend say, what the fuck you do?
No,
It's like, sorry. I say sorry. I don't know how to play. It's like it's for me. It's normal. I made a mistake. We are in clay. If it's the same mark, if it's the same serve on our court, and I say out, I can say nothing.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
But
And
it's on clay. I have a proof for me in my head. Oh, I stole. It gonna be hour an hour. I stole a point. I stole a point. I stole a point. I stole a point.
yeah, and the thing is, you don't want to win point that you don't deserve, and that's
Deserve. Yeah.
part of the thing. And um, that's why it's. But I have a video, and it's not out yet. I think maybe it's out. I don't remember the exact video because I have so much video. Like, but like there's one video where I'm playing with my girlfriend for a review, and I'm always trying to think like, okay, what is happening and all that stuff. And she's hitting the ball, but I know that I'm not able to run to that ball. So I'm like, oh, the ball is gonna double bounce and it's gonna feel like I'm not running on the video and it's gonna feel bad and all that stuff. So I'm like, I'm not putting that in the video. I'm just gonna cut it. Okay. And
Yeah.
when I'm watching the video back, like for me, like in my head, when I was playing, it felt like the ball bounced and I hit it like twice, like the second bounce and then hit. Okay, but on the video it was like there and up. directly. It didn't
Yeah, yeah.
double bounce, but I knew that it was double bounce, and finally I kept it in the video because I was like, okay, doesn't matter.
Yeah, but after you have on my video a lot of things like this, or I was thinking the ball was out. I'm gonna check the mark. Oh, sorry, my bad. I
Exactly,
lost the point. So, cause I hit the ball, I say out, and the ball go back. Yeah, we can start but I say out directly, you know.
exactly, and he stops the point. Yeah,
And I say, okay, and there is like some guy when they do that, they say, oh, two balls, and I say, no, it's point.
yeah, 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 yeah.
We
Exactly,
are on clay. We are not on our code. Our code, you say, okay, replay the point, but on
exactly,
clay, you can't say replay the point. You have to say, yeah, you have to accept your what you
yeah,
mistake and say next point. Okay,
exactly,
I lost the point.
exactly, for
And I
sure.
say, okay, you made a mistake. Stop to make a mistake. If you take a ball out, the ball is out. You lose the point, but you didn't make the mistake. You make
Yeah,
the mistake because the ball was out, but you don't make the mistake. The ball is in, and you lost the point without playing the point.
exactly. And for the last like 4 or 5 minutes, I want to bring this subject up on Rune because do you think that like right now it's kind of weird like you have the Halep thing, you have the Rune thing, you have there's a lot of things, and all those things are related to Moratoglu. And do you think that Moratoglu is part of that cheating? Like Tsitsipas is
Yeah,
with you
yeah,
also.
yeah.
Do you
Is
think that
no, no,
sucks?
no. I play against a lot of against Moratoglu guy.
Okay.
Not like on the high level.
Yeah, yeah,
Understand?
but yeah,
In France. I was living in Cannes, so it's like 15 minutes to Moratoglu.
yeah, exactly, yeah,
So and that's why I know Medvedev because the academy of Medvedev is in Cannes.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, and I play against. So I have. It's not because they are Russian. Okay, is not this. Is I play against Russian guy, a young guy. The match
yeah,
was so intense, like three sets, 7-5, 7-6, 7-5, or 7-6. You understand? And we play on clay, but we are in during this week was raining a lot, so the slow ball didn't make any mark.
yeah. Okay, yeah,
And
yeah,
on clay, you have to show the mark when you
yeah,
say out.
yeah,
And the
on,
slow ball didn't make any mark.
yeah,
So the things is like he make a drop shot like was out like this, and he show me the mark,
and you don't have any more.
and they have no mark. And there is the coach here. There is the coach. Uh, it was a girl, and the coach was Russian too.
Okay,
But the things, it was the beginning of Moratoglu, and they need like the a percentage of winning is the like to stay on the academy. You need every time you go with your yeah,
coach.
because every coach have like some players,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
and you players have to win like around 60-70% of the matches.
yeah,
You understand?
yeah,
Of the first matches or second matches and everything. But me, every time I was asking a playing against Moratoglu guy because I know like it was a hard play,
yeah,
and I don't get to lose because I know.
yeah,
And and the thing is like I was like playing golf. I was starting playing golf at this time,
yeah,
and it's my golf. It was a small golf. Just you know like the channel Jules Marie.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I know him. I saw a couple of game of him, and I talked with him.
Okay,
Yeah,
and he passed his red his green card for golf.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, where he passing the green card of golf, it was my golf.
Okay, yeah, okay,
I was a member here. I was like for he's the number one in the best player on this golf. I was winning one time like the championship like and I was like the best player in the team like to in the French the team. So and the chief coach came sometime to the golf to play. And one day I saw him and I said, what are you doing here? Oh, just have fun. And so we have the chief and the assistant of the chief, like there are two, three. And I say,
yeah,
and but I'm here. I'm trying to be a professional player, so I play amateur. And when I don't have a competition, I play tennis.
yeah,
And
yeah,
so, oh, cool. And I start to give them lessons every time. Oh, call me when you come there. I give you free lessons and everything. And but the woman like cheat with the other guy didn't know I know like very good like the chief coach, you
yeah,
understand.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
And I
yes,
say end of I win the match with this cheating. I win the match.
exactly. So at the
And
end,
at the end I almost smash the face of the girl.
yeah, it doesn't make any sense to cheat. Like,
No.
even if
And
you're
I
losing,
say you will have a big trouble. I would say, I want to smash your fucking face. And I say, but you will have a big trouble. Directly, I call the coach and I say, I need to talk to you when you can go to the golf or when we can, I can see you.
yeah,
And I say, okay, I play against him here and I have a big trouble and I almost smash her face. Oh, it was you. Oh, okay, I heard that and everything's like, you make a big trouble in the tournament.
yeah,
And I say, okay, I play against him, and they help him to cheat. And they have like advertisement, and after like the next one, she was fired. And she
yeah,
came like the next tournament, she saw me. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. It will never happen. It will never happen. I say, you are here to learn to them to be a good player,
yeah,
not to cheat.
exactly. And no, we'll see. But I feel like Moratulu now is in not in trouble. Like, it's not what I'm
No, no,
saying,
no.
but people are starting to talk a bit more about this. Like, okay, it's kind of weird that all those things are happening. So we'll see. But yeah, yeah, we'll see.
But if me, I was Serandello,
Oh yeah,
and in the press conference, I will say, oh, first of all, I would like to thank the education of Olga Rune
oh
by
yeah,
his
yeah,
mom and Patrick Muratoglu
yeah,
for his sportsmanship.
yeah.
And the beginning of the press conference.
So yeah, we'll see the game. I have to go, but we'll see like for tomorrow. For the live
Oh,
and like,
oh. Katerinov broke Djokovic.
oh, so we'll see.
Three
Um,
two 30 love. 3-2 Kachanov 30 love.
so if people are watching the videos, bye bye, and see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I will say see you tomorrow at the same time than you.
Yeah,
Cause
perfect. Bye bye.
so bye everybody. Maybe Thursday
Yeah, yeah. Maybe.
after Thursday after like Thursday morning after like we have like the semifinal.
Yeah, I will see because I have my thing with Tennis Canada,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
we'll see. But tomorrow
Okay,
for sure I can be there.
okay, sure. Let's do
You know?
tomorrow at the same time for 1 hour and like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have to make a guideline like or
yeah,
we stop talking like about our life, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. Perfect. Bye.
So bye, see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye everyone. Thanks and play well every time. Enjoy tennis and see you tomorrow with Alex.